Hi, this is Marian Williams, and today I'm going to be teaching a social skills strategy called FAST. This is an evidence-based strategy, and I'll also be using an SRSD model of instruction. During the slideshow, I'll be simulating teaching a group of middle schoolers with learning disabilities in a resource room with some typical peers who will be doing most of the training. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. As you can see, we have some friends with us today, and they will be teaching us a strategy called FAST. Now, FAST is a strategy that teaches people how to better deal with stressful situations. And these peers of yours are here to help us. They've been fully trained, as I mentioned, and I know that you're going to do an amazing job and that we're going to have some fun too. Okay, just to quickly go over the FAST strategy, as you can see, you have a handout on your desk, and as we've discussed before, this type of strategy has a mnemonic, and that means that the first letter in each step stands for something, and it also spells a word, and in this case, it spells FAST. So as we look at the first step, freeze, that step is freeze and think. You're going to be asking yourself, what is the problem that is taking place in this situation? The second step is alternatives. So after you've stopped yourself, you're going to think about what are possible solutions to this situation. The third step is called solution evaluation, and in this one, you want to choose the best of the alternatives that you came up with, and to remember that safe and fair works in the long run. And the last step is try it, and try it is really just practicing and testing your skills. So I'm going to give you a really quick example of what happens to me. So my kids are older and they like to bake, and sometimes they will bake a cake or do something like that, and they leave a huge mess for me in the kitchen. So if I was using the FAST strategy, my first step would be to stop myself and to say, what is happening? In this case, I would say, my kitchen is a disaster and someone has left a lot of dishes everywhere. So what are my alternatives? I could do the dishes myself. I could put all of the dishes on their side of the dining room table. Or I could try to calm down and ask my kids to do the dishes later tonight. So then the third step is solution evaluation. And what do you think? You can see on the whiteboard those three alternatives. What do you think would be the safest and fairest solution for me to do? You're right, doing the dishes myself would just make me more angry. Yep. Luis? Yep, if I put all of the dishes on my kid's side of the dining room table, that would be pretty childish and probably wouldn't solve the situation in the long run. Yes, Sarah, that's true. I could calm down and ask my kids to do the dishes later tonight, and that would be the best solution in the long run. So I'm going to try that solution out the next time that happens at my house. So before we move on, I want to encourage you to memorize the FAST strategy. That's why I gave you handouts. When you memorize these strategies, as things come up, you'll remember what to do. All right, so now it's time for you to break into your pairs. Now you've already been broken into pairs with your trainer. So I want you to each write down and talk about two possible scenarios. So take about 5 to 10 minutes to do that together. All right, you did an amazing job in your groups, and now you're going to practice using the FAST strategy. So take the sheets that you completed and practice your scenarios together. Remember to be open to both positive and negative feedback, and to ask your trainer for help if you get stuck. You all did an amazing job. I could see some of you retracing your steps and trying different alternatives. And that is exactly what the FAST strategy is about. So I want to thank our trainers, Juan, Sarah, John, Alicia, and Luis. You did an amazing job. And class, I want to thank you for being open to a new situation. Good job.